Everyone has heard the term, it's not what you know, it's who you know. That phrase really means more than you may think, because there are many people that are just as smart, motivated, and determined as you are applying for those same jobs that you are. But why would the employer pick you over the other applicants? Stick around to find out. So it's a harsh truth to swallow. My name is Chase, and this is a Penny Pincher's Guide channel. Thank you for joining in. I just want to read a couple stats from our book to kind of implement what we're talking about here. So only about 27% of graduates have a job that is related to their degree. 60% of college graduates have a job that actually requires their specific college degree. And then about 40% of college graduates' first job after graduation does not even have to require their college degree. And then even so, about 20% of those graduates don't even use their degree a decade after graduation. So why am I telling you these stats? Is it that these people, they're not qualified or they're not good enough to get these jobs? Or is it, that they didn't have enough gumption when they went in for the applicant process for them to get there? No, it's probably because during their college degree or while they're working up towards their trade or whatever they're going to be going into, they didn't take the time to build enough interpersonal relationships and build their network so that they'll have a job lined up in the future, or they'll have an easier way into that specific job that they've been training for or going to school for. Like I said earlier, that's the cold hard truth. It doesn't come down to how much you know, it's come down to who you know and how that person can help you get to that point that you want to be, that job that you want to reach, and that money amount that you want to get to. So it's unfortunate, but that's the world we live in. It no longer matters what degree you have or what amount of experience you have to get you that job. It also, you have to take into consideration that degree plus the people, plus the networks you have built to get you to that point. Unfortunately, that's where we're at right now. So what does network even mean? Networking is really the connection and the process of connecting thoughts with other people to develop professional relationships. And with the more professional relationships you build, you create more connections and possibilities down the road for the particular job market that you're trying to get into. So the more connections, the more actual connections that you make, the greater the possibility that you can get into your job field. So I'm not saying you have to brown nose your way to the top. On the contrary, if you take the time to invest into these relationships and build them into a way that these professionals will open doors down the road and make new opportunities for you. I actually found this concept from a book by Dale Carnegie called How to Win Friends and Influence People, where he really focusing on being a people person and building your ability to do that so that you can continue to grow these relationships and make these real conversations. And eventually, as you're getting more and more into a people person and making more and more relationships, that down the road, it'll open up more doors and eventually give you more opportunities. And it's a really great concept to really have to do with your life in general, not just in business, because if you take this to heart, it'll open more doors and more possibilities, not just in business, but just in your everyday life. So I kind of wanted to take the time to take a step back and connect it to the world that we live in today. So now we have this big pool of people that don't necessarily have the job that they were trained for, and they're looking for that job. So now what is going to be the factor that's setting you apart to where you are that person when the employer is looking at your application and they're seeing all these people with the same classifications, the same abilities, and the same experience? How are they going to pick you over the other person? Well, it's going to come down to, have you built that network in the past and who you really know to get you to that point. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind as you go on with the rest of your day and you continue to build your relationships. The person you meet now may make a big difference and have a huge impact in your life down the road. You never know who that person is, so don't discredit anybody that you meet. So with that being said, I hope you got some good content from this video. If you did like what you listened and what you watched, go and hit that subscribe and like button. That makes a big difference for our channel. We will be putting out more content down the road. a lot of stimulus check updates, a little bit on the elections and how that's going to be affecting finances and the money that's going back into your pockets with taxes and changes in the actual run of the government. So if you enjoyed what you saw, consider subscribing and hitting that like button. So as always, I just want to remind you to pinch a little bit.